Alright, what's up guys, Trail Chasers here. It has been like 2 months of me not uploading because I'm stupid. But finals are kind of coming up, so after that, when spring quarter rolls around and it starts warming up a bit, I'm sure we'll be getting back to videos. Anyways, not feeling the greatest right now. However, what is helping me feel a little bit better is the new bike. There she is. If you guys follow my Instagram, you probably have seen multiple pictures of it before. And I did sell the commencal to pick up this bike, but I'm pretty happy with the purchase on it. I think it fits me a lot better than the commencal. The kid that I sold it to, we're going to be riding again sometime, so it's not the last you'll see of my commencal, which I'm also really happy about. But I'm sure you guys want to know what's going on with the new bike, so let's just dive right in and I'll tell you all about her. So this is a 2016 GT sanctioned team. After I sold the commencal, I picked this one up at a very good price. It comes with WTB ST I-29 wheels, and they are set up tubeless currently, so inner 30. I'll probably keep running these until I pick up some Spanx when the new spring kit launches this year. The other thing about them is they have Maxxis Plus tires on them, which I'm warming up to. They've been pretty good in the snow, so it's been kind of nice. They are 2.8 Recons. Both are in the 3C Max Terra compound, so they hook up super well. As far as the cockpit is set up concerned, we have the fabric grips. I don't actually know what the name of these fabric grips are, but they're really comfortable and they feel awesome, so I really like these so far. Same thing with the fabric saddle. I really don't know what the brand of saddle is. The fabric saddles look really nice, though, in my opinion. Very sleek design to them. Answer AME stem. I didn't know what length it was until I actually took off these pinch bolts, and it's laser etched inside the stem. It's 40 millimeters. 31.8 bar mount. We're still using my Spanx Bike 800 Vibra cores. I kept those after I switched to the Chromag bars. I like these because it's not too much rise. Just kind of nice right in the middle. I do need to chop them down to 780 though, because they feel a little bit wide on this medium frame. RockShox Yari up front. As you guys know, that's temporary. I definitely want to put a Duralux on it. It's a pretty good fork. It's not as supple in harsh repeated hits, and that's kind of why I want to go over to the Duralux. There's also noticeably more flex for me, and it just doesn't feel as supportive or tunable, so that's the main reason I want to hop on the Duralux. It has a Cane Creek headset in there. It's the 40-something, so I've used those headsets before, and I know they hold up pretty well. Some carbon headset spacers, which are kind of blingy. And the other blingy part on this bike is the TRP quadiums. These aren't the G specs, but they do have the carbon levers for them, which is pretty sweet. And a super nice looking, just polished 4-piston caliper. They do leak a little bit of hydraulic fluid through the bottom screw right there. I don't know what it's called, but I've had some hydraulic fluid coming out of that. So I'm going to keep an eye on that and keep up to date on the bleeds for this. Other than that, it has a Pmw Cascade Dropper. It's externally rooted. All the droppers on this are. Luckily, it's one of the ones where the cable stays down near the body and doesn't come up with the top of the seat post. So I'm a pretty big fan of that dropper so far. We'll just have to see how she holds up over time. Oh my god, I feel like garbage right now. We have a DVO Topaz T3 Air Rear Shock. I've really wanted to try one of these for quite some time, so I'm happy that the bike came with one on it. It's got the bladder system, so you can change the pressure in here. It's got positive and negative volume spacers, so a very tunable shock as far as the air spring is concerned, which is really cool in my opinion. It also looks really nice, and I got some tennis ball yellow decals on order to match the rest of the frame. Some blue race face ride cranks, which I haven't seen before. I did a ton of background research on them and really couldn't find any other bikes that came with blue race face rides on them except for the GTs, which makes me think that these were spec'd with blue race face rides. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but that's what they got on them. They're basically like new. And that was kind of the whole story with this bike, is it's pretty much like new. There's just a couple scratches on the frame. There's literally no scratches on the fork. The tires still have all their tread left. The wheels were brand new off of a Cannondale. Topaz was also new. He ordered that in specifically for this bike. Pacific Northwest Cascade Dropper he had only had for a month. So a lot of stuff from this was pretty much brand new. The other thing that I need to replace are these pedals. I don't even know what they are, to be honest with you. I think it's, I could see the branding on the side right here. But it's kind of worn away now. So we'll have to see. It's not that they're bad pedals. I'm going to give those to a friend that wanted these pedals, and I ordered up some 1-Up composite pedals that'll replace those. I also have some black crank boots just to protect the end of this. Other than that, as far as the drivetrain goes, we're going to walk on over to this side. 32 tooth narrow wide race face chainring, so pretty standard 1x up front. SRAM GX 11 speed in the rear with the 1042 cassette on an XD driver. This is my first XD driver cassette, so we'll have to see how that goes. And yeah, I'm excited to find out about that. Now, the chain's just the standard GX 11 speed chain. I don't exactly know what it is. And then other than that, this is my first GT that I've ever owned or ridden. So I didn't know exactly what I was getting myself into as far as the iDrive was concerned. But apparently these are a lot less intrusive versions of iDrives than the ones on their more X-Scene trail bikes. And so far I have to say I haven't even felt the pedals moving underneath me while the suspension cycles. So that's been just fine, and the suspension's been incredibly supple. I think it's a combo of just the linkage system, the shock, and some polymer eyelet bushings that I'm using in it. It is incredibly supple. It feels like a downhill bike almost. I apologize for such a bad video, and I've been feeling pretty awful, so I haven't really had time or effort to make a great video. Not to say you guys aren't worth the time, it's just I really haven't been feeling too great. Now under here you can see this. This uses this is their little dog bone link that uses bushings. My bushings haven't started creaking yet, however that has been an issue. So currently in one of my engineering classes I'm working on machining out a new bushing, or not bushing, sorry, a new dog bone that'll press some bearings into. And hopefully the bearings should hold up a lot better, and it should actually hopefully make the suspension a bit more supple. I've seen people online do it before. It seems like a pretty easy process, so that's what I'm going to be working on this week, is getting a little custom bearing system made for that to hopefully take away any creaking that would come up in the future and just make it a little bit better at tracking the ground, even though it's already great. Other than that, I think I already said it's a size medium. 66-degree head angle. However, this one has a 180 fork, so I think it's closer to 65. The dropper post has 120 travel. Other than that, we have some Shimano Ice Tech rotors in the 180 front and rear. So stopping has been phenomenal so far. And I am really, really digging this bike so far. I think it looks really nice. I wasn't so sure at the tennis ball yellow at first. Thought it was a bit much, and also when I got the bike, it definitely didn't look as good because it had blue handlebars, which aren't bad, but I like a more muted color palette on the cockpit side of things. The wheels had red and purple decals. There were green decals on the shock. Blue crank boots that didn't match the blue cranks or pedals, so it was like 3 types of blue in one little spot. And there are purple tubeless valves in, which, to be honest, I don't really care if they get changed. They work, so that's fine by me. And other than that, yeah, that's really about it. So, as far as the build for this goes, all I'm really going to be doing is putting on a Duralux and probably a new wheel set, but maybe not even that. Because overall, I've been, like I said, super happy on this bike. I've had a couple rides on it now, more XC rides. Still kind of waiting for the snow to clear up so that I can start riding some of the more challenging trails again, which I'm really excited to do. So, Let me know what you guys think of this bike down below in the comments. One thing that I was thinking of doing to this, which I don't think I'm going to do anymore, but if you guys really want to see me do that, I will, was rawing out the frame, so stripping the paint and then polishing it, kind of like the professional factory GT riders, how they have their GT sanctions in polished aluminum. I thought those looked super cool, and I kind of want to do that to mine, but I am not 100% on that yet. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you could, please drop a like and a comment down below. It gives me motivation to make more videos for you guys that watch my videos. Anyways, I will catch you guys out on the trails. Bye-bye.